The husband of a Mid-South pastor killed in a carjacking is calling for justice to the fullest extent for two 15-year-old suspects with lengthy criminal records. Hello, I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. Today, the victims' children ask for forgiveness for the suspects. WRG's Shay Simon.
That's some shit that I just, the children asking, these guys murdered your mom, who was a pastor, and you're asking for forgiveness and your mom hasn't been buried yet. Let these guys at trial during the sentencing phase, when they get to speak or whatever, turn to the family and beg for forgiveness. Then you give them forgiveness. Then you mull over whether you want to give them forgiveness. But this just thing that some people do with these thugs, is they just instantly like give forgiveness. It's fucking disgusting.
It's basically what they accuse Clyde.
Jesus only gave forgiveness to the people that repented there. He prayed for them, but he didn't give them forgiveness until they repented.
Yeah, this is disgusting. Way. And then the kid. Think about this. And I know you have kids, Hot Black?
I do not.
Who has kids on the panel? Wicked, you have kids, right? You the one with kids, right?
Yeah.
Some fucking thugs come to shoot you dead in your fucking driveway. They haven't even buried you yet, and your kids is out publicly forgiving them.
Usually it's the other way around.
You'd be rolling over in your grave, wouldn't you?
They better not.
What the fuck? This is crazy.
In broad daylight in her driveway. Wednesday, 20-year-old Eduardo Rodriguez Tabar was charged in her death,
wicked.
joining two 15-year-olds also charged with first-degree murder.
Me.
Oh man, this might be a.
He
might be Juice Crew.
This might be on Pito on Sun Crime, man, because I can't see this guy hanging with
another pretty rare situation. Not totally as rare, but
I couldn't see this guy hanging with two 15-year-old sons. I don't know.
Right, I think this ours. We got this one.
Yeah, children are pleading to have. What the fuck is going on here, man? The husband wants some charges to the fullest extent of the law. The adult children are like, no,
Well, they're woke. Of course they are.
These kids have lengthy criminal records at 15.
The 15-year-old's name was Miguel.
I said give them the same pass they give the Sun kids.
yeah, it's really weird to see him caping for Umbrito kids like that, because it's pretty much, in my experience, reserved for other Sun people. I mean, if that had been a glider, you think those kids would have been advocating for him?
If that was a glider, if that was a glider, this would be already considered racial.
Right. The Umbrito-ness
They would be
was the
suing.
saving grace.
Yeah,
but they don't give us the Sun people don't give us that pass. I don't think some people
Normally
Latinos.
normally do not. That's why I'm saying it's weird to see him doing that.
Right.
Yeah,
I think some people look at us as a threat. You know.
but we don't give you the racial bullshit. We're not going to stand at a podium with a bunch of activists talking about.
Well, that's trying to
civil rights.
squeeze blood out of a stone. They know better than that.
A bullet still lodged in her neck. Erica Williams Ote is on the long road to recovery after Helena, West Helena police say last week she was shot by her husband of 7 months, 49-year-old Johnny Ote.
7 months married, and you already put a bullet in her neck.
Thought I was dead, but see, God brought me back to life.
The victim says she was heading out to celebrate her 40th birthday when her husband aggressively approached her and started firing shots.
Johnny Carson Ote Sr. stood on that wall over there, aimed a .22 revolver in my face. I can remember him saying, I'm going to kill you.
Erica says she married Ote back in January.
Happier times.
Yeah, was it God or a glider Patel surgeon that brought her back to life?
Well, it was God, man, because God put her in this country. Even her ancestors came over here in 1965 after the Immigration Act, or they came over on a slave ship back in the day. But either way, God did save her from living a life of 99% of every Sun person that's ever lived.
in January.
I wonder
Recently,
if there's some other
he says he
story
became
about what went
controlling.
on there. Like maybe she was out with somebody else. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, there was jealousy. I'm sure this was jealousy. She's going out to celebrate her birthday. He's jealous about it. He may think she's going to see some other guy. Yeah, definitely.
January. Recently, she says he became controlling and they separated. Williams Ote says during
So they were separated. There you go. They were separated. So they weren't married anymore. They were separated.
Williams Ote says during the shooting, he was so enraged, he stood over her, firing into her chest and face while her children were feet away in their home.
On my foot.
Damn.
Yeah, she took one bullet to the neck, but he stood over her, firing into her face and her chest.
Is that some inaccuracy?
She looks damn good.
Maybe this happened last week. Maybe it was a 22.
Away in their home.
On my 40th birthday, I'm praying to God let me live.
Abuse like this, the police department will not stand for.
Corporal Detective Kelson Franklin is the lead investigator on the case. He says Ote was captured Tuesday afternoon at work thanks to an anonymous tipster. He said
he just went to work. He went to work like that. He's not on the run. He just went to work. Wow, that's some real Sunman shit, man. Can't make that up.
Ote was captured Tuesday afternoon at work thanks to an anonymous tipster. He says this crime shows Ote has a pattern.
His previous wife that he had, from our reports, he shot her in the face.
Wow. Did you think this woman knew about that before she married him? Huh?
Yeah.
You think she knew he shot his last wife in the face?
Oh no.
Oh, that was his last wife?
Yeah.
He
Oh,
shot
shit.
his last wife in the face, and then he shot her in the neck. He said he knew what he did.
Fuck. No, he's a serial killer.
Yeah, you lost me on that one.
Yeah, I mean, look,
He's a serial misser. Did he kill the old lady, the last one? No. He was in prison. Did he kill her? No, but he could have.
The main problem is this guy's on the streets to be on the fucking list of people to marry.
Wife that he had, from our reports, he shot her in the face. Luckily for us, the victim did survive.
I didn't see that in him. He was kind. He was like Father of the Year.
Relieved her husband is in jail, Williams says she's now worried about alleged threats from his family on Facebook.
Okay, so then that's the other level of the game. So after he shoots her, her family now threatens to do more harm to her. Whereas if you're a glider, you may have, this may happen, and that's as long, once the guy's off the street, you don't have to worry about it. In the Sun community, his family's mad at you because you got him locked up, or whatever you were doing, like whoever you was cheating, or whatever relationship thing happened to anger him, that caused him to shoot you, and now he locked up, and now the women in his family, the mammies in his family, they want to kick your ass too. The little Sun teens in his family, they want to shoot you too. That's something that I've noticed in the Sun community. It's like that, man. It's very much like that. That's how they roll. Like, yeah, they'll there's no, like, it doesn't make sense. I know a lot of y'all probably puzzled by that. You know, you're probably puzzled, right? Like, damn, what, the family's now mad at her? But yeah,
No, that's normal. That's normal. It's not puzzling. It's normal.
Like across the board, across all communities.
No,
Normal?
in the Sun community specifically.
Oh, okay.
That and really, really low rent white people in the South are like this too.
Right.
So he committed a crime with a firearm the first time, and yet
He has a New Orleans Saints hat on.
oh well, that give him a pass.
No, that's more makes him more likely.
The second crime he committed also with a firearm, so he's a criminal. Why is he doing hard time?
Have you seen the country lately?
Yeah, have you been paying attention? Obviously not. So
believed her husband is in jail. Williams says she's now worried about alleged threats from his family on Facebook.
What God got for me can no man destroy. So quit coming after me and just accept the justice that's being done.
In Helena, West Helena, Bria Jones, WREG News Channel.
Yeah, man. That's very common in the Southern community. I've seen that. It's very bizarre. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm used to it, but it's just you don't see that anywhere else. Maybe in the third world, maybe in like the shanty towns, maybe in India, like in the fucking goddamn slums of Rio de Janeiro or something. But you rarely see that in other places in the United States where something like that will happen. The family members will go on a social media platform and threaten the victim.
Yeah.
It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're on social media. You're not like whispering it in their ear.
For me personally, I understand that happens in other areas of the world, but I don't know their language, so I can't translate what they're actually going through. To actually see this reported on and spoken on in our language, English, real time and shit like that, that's what makes it kind of like, damn, these people really fucking do this shit? Like, why? Why?
We'll begin here at 5 with what prosecutors are calling a horrifying case of domestic abuse that later turned into a murder-for-hire plot that left a Detroit woman dead.
A Detroit man and his nephew are behind bars tonight, charged with the murder of Tiffany Joseph.
This case follows a violent crime that dates back to October of 2020. The prosecution in that case ended up delayed because of the pandemic. Rod Maloney has been digging in on both cases tonight as this uncle and nephew both stand charged with murder.
A lot more questions left asked than answered here because this house is burned out and a woman was found shot to death here. But we do not know whether the house burned before, during, or after. But there is one thing for certain. For its former resident, 32-year-old Tiffany Joseph, it was a very violent place. Detroit police called out here just before midnight on July 4th. They found Tiffany's body inside. She'd been shot.
Okay, I'm sorry. Mr. Cromer, can you state your name for the record, please?
Billy Cromer. Arraigned from behind bars today in the Wayne County Jail and wearing a COVID mask, 35-year-old Billy Ray Cromer. Here's a better look at his face. He's charged with trying to hire his nephew to kill his girlfriend, and he's facing a premeditated first-degree murder charge.
You heard that? He was able from prison. He was in prison for something domestically with his girlfriend, pregnant girlfriend. While in prison, he was able to get his nephew to go kill her.
Degree murder charge.
Spencer Lewis Cromer III.
Prosecutors say Spencer Lewis Cromer III agreed to the hired hit suggested by his uncle on the 4th of July, and he's now facing premeditated first-degree murder and felony firearms charges.
Now, does this guy look like he's facing the rest of his life in the penitentiary? It just looks like just another day, right?
It looks like, oh shit, my card didn't work.
Yeah.
All of this done on the jail phone, just like the Breonna Taylor drug ring.
Dumb.
He literally looks like he's
Like,
trying
are we
to
done yet?
light a firework and the match fucking won't hit. He's like fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be more emotion than he's showing now.
I hope he brought his jelly with him.
Yeah, he will need some syrup, man.
Oh, pardon me.
Spencer Lewis Cromer III agreed to the hired hit suggested by his uncle on the 4th of July, and he's now facing premeditated first-degree murder and felony firearms charges. But it was back in October of 2020 in the now gutted home that Detroit police and the Wayne County prosecutor's office say that Cromer beat a pregnant Tiffany Joseph so badly she lost her baby. The older Cromer arrested by Detroit police, charged with assault.
This motherfucker beat his girlfriend so badly she lost him. So he killed the kid.
What's the murder charge on the kid?
Think about this. He killed the kid, and then he sent the nephew to go kill her, destroying not only her life, but his nephew's life. And this ain't a wicked guy. This is a typical Sun man. This is the trail of terror. Like, he won't be seen as like a wicked guy. If you ask somebody, he's a good guy, man. I didn't expect that. Look at what he's done. He's killed an unborn baby. He's killed a woman. He sent his nephew to prison for the rest of his life. All because of like some relationship shit. This is the average Sun man can leave a wicked trail of fucking.
That Cromer beat a pregnant Tiffany Joseph so badly she lost her baby. The older Cromer arrested by Detroit police, charged with assault with intent to do great bodily harm, torture, and felonious assault. That
no murder for that charge. Just assault with intent to do great bodily harm.
It's a Democrat state, so a baby isn't a person.
Cromer arrested by Detroit police, charged with assault with intent to do great bodily harm, torture, and felonious assault. That beating so bad, prosecutor Kim Worthy at the time noted in a press release, quote, "This office has been presented with well over 30,000 domestic violence warrants in just the last 5 years. I can unequivocally say that the alleged facts in this case are among the worst I have seen," end quote.
Wow. And it's shocking that this is the woman. This is the DA over here, or whatever, the prosecutor. Yikes, that's scary. Kim Worthy. That's why this place is so dangerous. Because when you're a prosecutor, or when anyone in charge looks like this, you have a lot of violence.
Systematic institutions.
Systematic.
Mm-hmm. Time noted in a press release, quote, "This office has been presented with well over 30,000 domestic violence warrants in just the last 5 years. I can unequivocally say that the alleged facts in this case are among the worst I have seen," end quote. And because of COVID closing down the 36th District Court, that case ended up repeatedly postponed. It is still on the docket for a motions hearing next week.
This motherfucker hasn't gone to court yet. Could you imagine if he had gotten a bond? He would have just did the shit.
If I'm not mistaken,
They're not even trying.
Prisons where you had to be released from jails or whatever because of COVID when you're actually in quarantine in these places. It's counterintuitive. And one more thing, Mr. Mayor, before we talk. Burning a house does not incinerate the body. You can douse her in gasoline. It does not incinerate her sufficiently enough that you can't get today's DNA from that. Thank you very much.
And in Michigan, that DA is a lying bitch because they could actually charge him with manslaughter, which is the purposeful killing of an unborn child. But it's only manslaughter in the state of Michigan. But he's not charged with that.
Right. And it's the worst case of domestic violence she's seen out of 30,000 that have come across her desk.
And she still won't charge him with
because
the worst crime she could.
There's too many black men in jail, and we can't arrest our way out of this.
1,000 domestic violence.
We cannot arrest our way out of this, Mayo. We need preventative programs, and we need to get ahead of this. Just arresting people and throwing them away is not going to work.
Quote, "This office has been presented with well over 30,000 domestic violence warrants in just the last 5 years. I can unequivocally say that the alleged facts in this case are among the worst I have seen," end quote. And because of COVID closing down the 36th District Court, that case ended up repeatedly postponed. It is still on the docket for a motions hearing next week. And there is a pretrial scheduled for August 5th in the domestic violence case. And so far, there is no indication that that case won't proceed, even though the victim in the case has now passed. Back to you.
What a case, Rod. So what about the murder cases, though? When do the defendants return to court?
Well, interesting you asked, Devin, because on August 5th, there's also going to be a probable cause hearing for the elder Cromer in this case. And also there's another preliminary examination a week later where we were likely to get still more background on what happened in the murder case.
All right, Rod.